guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Corey Elise, and today we will be doing a DIY butterfly lock tutorial. As you guys can see, I already have them installed. I completed this style last night, but I didn't record the intros and everything because I wanted to have the completed look for the beginning of the video so you guys can see how it looks before you watch the tutorial. So yeah, basically I will go through everything in the video of how many packs of hair I use, what hair I purchased, how long it took me, the method that I use, and everything like that will all be described in the video. So I really hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you. Okay, so first you want to start off with your hair in single braids. I did mine off camera already, and I took the Freetress crochet braids, water wave 22 in the color 1B. I then took two pieces from the pack, put them together, and I brushed them out to give the distressed look. You don't want the hair to be perfectly curled because it's not going to give you the distressed butterfly look that you want. So I went ahead and brushed mine out. Now with my crochet needle, I'm going to slip it through the roots of my hair, and then you're going to hook the hair onto the crochet needle, close the hook, and slide it through. You want the hair to evenly be through, as you see in the video. I don't really know how to describe it. So it's going to be one side and one side, just like that. Okay, so once the hair is completely through, you're just going to take one side and wrap at the root about 3 to 5 times to make it as secure as you would like it to be. And then I just continue to wrap down the rest of my hair and with the second strand of hair that you see there. I was unable to do the little trick that they do where they wrap, it around their finger and pull it out and it comes. It just kept coming loose and making the lock look really weird. So I just kept wrapping it all the way down, and sooner or later it wound up curling on its own, and some of the hairs just did it on its own, truly. If you just wrap it messy, it'll come out messy. So it looks weird when you first do it, but as you continue on with multiple locks, it'll start to come together. Now, once I get to the end of the lock, I just would tie a small little knot, which I'll demonstrate later in the video, and then I'll wrap back up. When I wrap back up the lock, that's truly when I start wrapping a slight bit more messy, just to get the butterfly look. As you can see, like, there's a bunch of hairs poking out, and it just looks really distressed, and that's the look I was going for. And then I would just, wrap up this small little piece, and it would stay on its own.
There's nobody else like you. Oh yeah. Baby, there's nobody else like you. Oh yeah. There's nobody else like you. Oh yeah. Baby, there's nobody else like you. Oh yeah.
Okay, so I just wanted to stop by and say a quick tip. When wrapping the hair, always pick the smaller side of the hair to wrap down the first time, because you don't want too long of a hair, because when you wrap back up, it'll make the locks really thick. Unless that's the look you're going for, then have at it. But I chose the smaller side, so I kind of made it uneven when I crocheted through. One side was longer than the other, and then I would go ahead and wrap the smaller side down, and then by the time you get to the length that you want, you'll have a small piece to wrap back up. When wrapping that back up, you want to make sure that you're wrapping loosely. That's going to be the butterfly look that you're trying to get. So make sure that you're wrapping that back up. As you can see, I messed up with the knots here, but like I said, I'll demonstrate how I properly did the knots. I kind of messed up here. I made it too bulky, so I had to take it out. But when you're wrapping it, make sure that you're wrapping distressed back up. You don't want it to be too big, bulky. It just won't come out right. Just a reminder for while you are twisting the hair, make sure that when you are doing the first round going down, that the hair is flat. What I mean by that is, do not let the hair twist and you're twisting a twisted piece of hair, if that makes sense. You don't want the hair to be already twisting as you're twisting, because it's going to unravel. So make sure that the hair is as flat as you can get it as you're wrapping it around. Okay, so now I'm going to demonstrate how I tied my knots. I basically just took a small little strand of hair and I'm going to wrap it around my finger, and I'm going to pull the hair through and make a small little knot. For each lock, I did about 2 to 3 knots depending on the lock. Ignore the little unravel. That's just because when I was twisting, my actual hair root was twisting as well. And then once again, I'm just going to loop the hair through and tie it. Once I tie it, I continue to go back up the hair shaft with the excess hair to create the butterfly lock. Like I said, just remember to do it a little bit messy because you want the lock to come out messy. So even if you go down the hair and it's neat, when you go back up, you want it to be messy because that's going to be the hair that's going to give you that distressed butterfly look. Okay, so now we're going to get into these edges. I don't really have like a, special edge routine. I can't do like the crazy baby hairs. I could do a little 1-2 swoop and that's about it. So I just took the edge control. It was called Tik. I got it at my local beauty supply store, and they usually sell a lot of black owned edge controls from girls in the community. So I think that was one of those edge controls that I bought. She let me test it and I loved it, so I bought it. But the name was Tik. I don't know if she sells it in any other edge stores, but if she do, when you're watching this, girl, your edge control is the bomb. Okay. And to make those little swoops, it took me forever to learn how to do the little circle swoop. But I prefer to use the comb part because I feel like when I use the brush, the edge control sits on top. I prefer to use the comb piece to comb the edge control into my edges, and then I use the brush to define and flatten them. But mainly I use the comb because I just feel like it works better and it helps my edges last longer when you're combing the product into the hair and molding it. Okay, so this is the final product. I'm absolutely in love. So thank you guys for watching this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.